Welcome to another reading vlog. I'm starting this reading vlog very early actually. It's a little bit after midnight. I'm starting this reading vlog off early because this week is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be participating in a week-long readathon. So it's going to be kind of like the very first one of these vlogs that I did where I was doing Booktube-a-thon. But this time the readathon that I'm participating in is called Spook-a-thon. So it's being held from the 16th to the 22nd, and basically the whole idea of it is just to read spooky books. And you guys know that I don't really read super spooky books, so I have on my TBR my version of spooky. But there are challenges. There's no like book limit that you should be reading, but I'm going to try and read as much as I possibly can because that's the idea of a readathon. So for the challenges, challenge number 1 is to read a thriller, and for this one I chose The Becoming of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin because this is as close as I'm going to get to a thriller. The second challenge is to read a book with red on the cover, so I'm going to be listening to the audiobook for Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. My copy has red on the cover. The third challenge is to read a book with a spooky word in the title, and I didn't really have too many, so I went with Spellbook of the Lost and Found by Moira Fowley Doyle because spellbook can kind of be considered a spooky word. The next challenge is to read a 2016 release, and this is one that kind of messed me up because most of the books that I had on my TBR are ARCs or they're books that have come out recently, but I'm going to try and read either Dreamland Burning by Jennifer Latham, otherwise The Steep and Thorny Way by Kat Winters. I'm holding this really weirdly, it's fine. The final challenge is to read a book with a paranormal creature in it, so I'm either going to double up and read Frankenstein for that one, or I might read Before the Devil Breaks You by Libba Bray because it kind of fits, so I'm gonna go with it. I also have 4 books here that I really would like to get to this week, but I don't know if it's going to happen since I do want to try and complete the challenges, but it would be nice if I could get to these. So the first one is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. I feel like this one maybe could fit the last challenge, but I don't really know if there's paranormal creatures in it. Next is Fireblood by Ellie Blake. This one honestly does not fit the challenge, but if I can find the audiobook for it, then that would be great. It's not even spooky at all. It's just kind of a fantasy that I need to read. Next is The Midnight Dance by Nikki Katz. This is a thriller, so it fits the theme of the readathon, but I don't really know if it has anything that I could attribute to any of the challenges. And the final book is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert, and I really want to read this because it's about dark fairy tales and it sounds absolutely incredible. Another option for the first challenge of reading a thriller is 13 Minutes by Sarah Pinborough, and a lot of UK and European people are very confused as to why this is an ARC that's coming out in October 2017, but at least in Canada, I don't know about the States, this book has not been released yet, and that happens with some books. They release them later in Canada / the States. But this is supposed to be a thriller, so I might pick this one up. Also, it would fit for the challenge of red on the cover. So as per usual, I have no clue what I'm going to read. I haven't actually picked up anything yet because I participated in a readathon all day on Saturday. I did a 24-hour readathon, so I kind of took today to just relax and not really read anything, so I'm between books right now and I don't know what I want to pick up next. I am listening to the audiobook for Frankenstein by Mary Shelley right now though, so at least I'm not like entirely not reading anything. I honestly don't know what I want to read next. Maybe I'll do the try a chapter thing and try a chapter of these. I don't know. I'm struggling. But anyways, I'm going to try and read a little bit before bed. It's already pretty late, so I might just go to sleep because I'm tired. Good morning. It's actually officially morning now, but my plan for today is to first tidy up my room a little bit, and I still haven't chosen what book I'm going to pick up next. I've started 3 of them, and I've kind of wanted to read all 3 of them. So I've started All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater, I've started The Midnight Dance by Nikki Katz, and I've started The Becoming of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin. So like, I don't know what I'm gonna read, but we will figure it out. So I was in the middle of taking Instagram photos when I got a package as per usual because I'm crazy. So I can't show you one of the things because it is a gift, and just in case that person is watching this video, even though they most likely are not, but just in case, I'm just gonna show you what I got myself. So I got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the illustrated novel. This came out not too long ago, and I have the other 2. I read the first one, haven't read the second one yet, but the illustrations in this are I'm dead. I am deceased. Oh my god. Okay, so I love Buckbeak. I love Buckbeak so much. And look at him and his little hippogriff friends. Oh my god, this is too much for me. I want this like framed. Anyways, as I was saying, the illustrations in this are absolutely phenomenal. I cannot get enough of them. So I want to reread the whole series, like reading the version with the illustrations, but I've only gotten to the one and I want to get to the rest of them. I just can't get over Buckbeak right now, honestly. But this is absolutely gorgeous and I'm
incredibly obsessed. So they've been releasing them every year now, once a year, and I'm not sure if they're going to continue doing that because this is the last like reasonably sized one. Like this one is small, but then we get to Goblet of Fire, which is huge, and then the rest of them are huge. Like Order of the Phoenix is the biggest one, so I don't know how they're gonna do the illustrated novel without it being like a giant brick that you can hardly even carry, because this one is heavy as it is. So I'm very interested to see how that is going to go. But I'm super excited to have this, and I'm hoping to read it soon, but I am clearly not able to reread anything right now because I have so many books to read. But as soon as I have time to reread, I will probably be rereading the Harry Potter series because I've really wanted to for the past like 4 months. And now I'm going to go back to taking photos. Hello, happy Thursday. How is the week almost over? Spook-a-thon kind of went on the back burner a little bit now. I'm not doing super well with my audiobook. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I'm just not, like, I haven't been listening to it a lot, so I'm not very far into that. And I'm also not doing too well with my physical read. I'm behind schedule for that, but I'm really not that worried about it. But I'm 100 pages into this. It's a super quick read. I just haven't really been reading because yesterday I went with my friend to my old university, but we went there for 2 reasons. One was I wanted to have kind of a brainstorming session because I want to do NaNoWriMo this year for the first time. The second reason was because they had a poster sale on. I don't know if this is just an Ontario thing or if it's across Canada. I know for sure that other universities in Ontario do it, but it's where like they set up this whole poster sale. And now that I have like the whole wall where my bookshelves used to be is completely free, I wanted to go and get some posters. So I went and got some posters. So I'll show you what I got. Now it's not entirely done because I still need to get like sticky tack to stick them on the wall rather than tape. So some of them have fallen off. So I have some that are right here actually that I'm gonna put on. So I have this one right here, which is the Eiffel Tower at night. And I like that one because it reminds me of when I went to Paris for the second time and we were there at night. I like the moon, so that's self-explanatory. And then I really like whales and I love just the artwork of this one, so I got that one. And that one's gonna go like up top next to my play button, and then the moon one goes in that space right there, and then this Paris one goes right there. So I still need something for here, but we have a print that I think I'm going to go and get at work. But here's the other ones that I got. So I got this map here. So it's just a world map and it says wander often and wonder always, which I really love. And then I got the classic original Alice in Wonderland Walt Disney version movie poster, which I adore. They haven't had that in previous years, so I was super excited about it. They had a Peter Pan one and I was thinking how awesome it would be if they had the Alice one, and they had it this year and I was so pumped. And then down here I have another Alice one. This is like a really nice metallic one that you can see. So that one's very nice. I have Almond Blossoms by Van Gogh. I like that one because it reminds me of when I went to Amsterdam this past year. And then this one, which has like the Milky Way, which I really like because it reminds me of when I went to France. Not this year, but the year before, because I have like a picture that I actually took of the Milky Way and it was like my first time seeing anything like that, so it was amazing. And then I have the world map because I really like maps and I think it looks really cool up there, but it's kind of falling off. I also got a couple of posters that I'm going to use as props in Instagram photos. So those ones I have just right here. Just let me take them out of the bag. They're basically the same thing, but I got this silver world map, which I thought would look super pretty, and it's metallic once again. And then I got a gold one, which I think would look really nice. So these will be nice because they're really small and they will fit nicely into Instagram posts, and they also would look really nice on my wall. So I might keep them on my wall when I'm not using them. I don't really know yet. Anyways, today is a weird day. I'm not really having a great day. I ended up waking up way later than I had wanted to. I just have so many things that I want to get done and there's not enough time to get all of it done. So I have to prioritize, but I also don't really want to prioritize. So I have to edit and upload today's video, which I just don't really feel like editing it because I feel like it's just not a good video. Like it's not a good video. It's just, I'm not fully happy with it. And I think it's just because I was having such a hard time while I was filming it. I just kept on stumbling over my words and just getting like really frustrated. So I'm just frustrated frustrated with the fact that it's not the video that I wanted to put up, and I'm not able to put up the video that I wanted to put up because it's a sponsored video, so I can't just go ahead and put it up, which sucks because it would be a good video to put up. So I'm just like, so I had wanted to film today, but since I woke up so late, I'm not going to be able to film today. And I need to start editing this reading vlog because I kind of started editing it. I always start off really well on Monday and I'm like, I'm gonna edit every night and blah blah blah, and then I don't end up doing it, and that's exactly what is happening this week. So I need to get back to editing this, and I really do want to sit down and read my book, but my priority right now has become outlining my writing project. So my friend and I had a really good brainstorming session. I'm the kind of writer who needs like constant approval, and I need to talk out ideas with people, so she's really good for talking out ideas with me and kind of helping me develop what's in my mind into something that's more tangible and realistic. So we had an excellent brainstorming session, and it turns out I'm not going to be writing the book that I thought I was going to be writing at all. It's still a story that I want to tell, my original idea, but I think it's one that I need to wait a little bit and let it kind of sit, see what I want to do with it, because there's many ways I could go with it, and I think I just need to see what way I am going to go with it. So we came up with another idea, which is kind of an urban fantasy sort of thing, and I'm super excited about it. I think it sounds really cool. Sounds like a book that I would want to read, which is kind of what I'm trying to write. So I'm going to be doing like a really loose outline before NaNoWriMo starts, and NaNoWriMo is like quickly approaching, and I'm super nervous about it since I've never done it before. I don't think I'll be ending my novel at the 50,000 word mark. I think I'll just have like a good chunk of it. So I basically just want to get 50,000 words done so that I can prove to myself, hey, you can write a book, and I can prove to a former professor who said I couldn't do it that I can actually do it. So I was super excited about it last night, and I am still excited about it. It's just a matter of like figuring out stuff, and actually sitting down and outlining it doesn't really appeal to me, but I don't think that I can start writing it without at least having a little bit of an outline and stuff. I've even been making some Pinterest mood boards, which are private, so then no one can figure out what I'm writing about, because you guys will know eventually, but like I want to keep it secret until it's actually a thing. But I feel like I'm just having another weird week where I'm in like a really weird headspace, and it's not like a mental health thing. I'm just like frustrated and annoyed with the fact that there's so many things that I want to do and I don't have the time to do any of them. And also a lot of time when I go to actually do them, they don't turn out how they are in my mind. So I don't really know. I just need to kind of suck it up and go and do some stuff. So I think I'm going to set a timer, read for a little bit, and then I'm going to write after that and start outlining and get that done because I need to stop procrastinating. Hello! So I got back from work not too long ago. I ended up spending the whole day today reorganizing my shelves, and I'm still going to change them again because I'm just not happy with how they ended up looking. I don't know. Once again, midlife shelf crisis. It's fine. But I just finished The Becoming of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin, and it was okay. Like, I was really enjoying it at first, but I feel like there were kind of a couple of like cheap jokes that were just kind of unnecessary. I'm not going to tell you about any of them because this is an arc, so they might have been edited out, so hopefully that will happen, but there were just kind of a couple of moments where I was like, no, really? So hopefully that will be rectified. But my main complaint was that I was kind of just constantly waiting for the point. I was waiting for the story to start happening, and I felt like it never really did. The end of it was kind of a twist, but then I feel like the twist was like so anticipated that it didn't really end up being a twist, so it wasn't really on par with the first two books, and it was kind of more like the final book of the trilogy, which I didn't really love. So it was okay, but not the greatest. So that is now the third book that I have finished for Spook-a-thon, which is good. I didn't end up doing any book stuff today, which is bad, so I either have to do that a little bit more tonight or I need to do it tomorrow because I definitely need to do it. But I think I'm going to move on to The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert next because I do really want to read this, so I think I might end up picking this one up, but I'm not 100% sure on that because there are probably some other books that I really should be reading before I read this one. I just really want to read it. It's really either that or All the Crooked Saints. I'm not too sure yet, but I'm going to try and kind of reorganize my bookshelves and then I'll know what. We'll see. I have done an awful job at vlogging this week, so
Sorry about that. Also, Spook-a-thon has kind of majorly gone on the back burner because I've just been thinking about the book that I want to write, so. But I don't remember if I told you, but I started the Hazelwood and right now I'm on page 62 and I am really enjoying it so far. It's not the quickest read. It's a lot of exposition, so there's not so much dialogue, but it is really well written. I'm not very far into it, so I can't really give a full formulated opinion, but I am really enjoying it and I'm hoping to get more into it tonight. But it is now, I don't think I've vlogged in like a couple of days. It's now 4 o'clock, I believe. Is that time even right? It probably isn't. It's now possibly 4 o'clock on Sunday, maybe later, maybe earlier. I don't really know. It feels like 4, but I could be wrong. But I need to clean up my room a little bit. I changed my shelves and now I'm going to change them again because I'm indecisive as hell and that's just the way I am. So I will update you guys probably again when I do my end of the week wrap up, because that's the kind of week it's been. So it's Tuesday and I'm finally wrapping up this week's reading vlog. There's definitely something wrong with this picture here, seeing as this vlog should have gone up on Monday. But honestly, I wasn't even going to upload this reading vlog because I didn't really vlog last week. I just did not a lot, so there's not a lot of footage for the reading vlog and I feel like it's super boring, but you guys still wanted to see it, so here we are. And if you made it through the entire thing, kudos to you, because that was boring. Maybe not for you, but for me, I was like, oh, this is so bad. But anyways, I'm going to be wrapping up what I read, so as per usual, if you wanted to know more thoughts, you can check out my Goodreads, or you can wait for my end of the month wrap up. For now, I will just be giving you the ratings, and I was going to do this whole thing where I was like, this is what I completed for the Spook-a-thon challenge, but I did like not a lot of reading for Spook-a-thon. So I finished 3 books in total this week and they all were spooky reads, so I guess that can count towards Spook-a-thon, but I did not complete the challenges because I had a very weird week again. But the first book that I finished was Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, which I gave a 4 out of 5 stars. Next, I finished The Midnight Dance by Nikki Katz, which I gave a 1 out of 5 stars. And finally, I finished The Becoming of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin, which I gave a 2.25 out of 5 stars because I'm getting that specific. So that was my reading week and that was my reading vlog. I hope you guys might have enjoyed it. I promise that next week's vlog will be better, so you can subscribe and hit the little bell notification if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, including the reading vlog, which next week will be better because now my reading vlogs are going to be kind of half reading vlog, half writing vlog because they'll contain my NaNoWriMo stuff. I'm not going to do a separate vlog for NaNoWriMo because let's be honest, I don't do enough for that. So at least you have that to look forward to and it will be much less boring than this week's reading vlog, which I warned you it was boring. I think I'm gonna title it the most boring reading vlog ever, so I may have warned you that it was boring. If I didn't, spoiler alert afterwards, it's boring. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media if you wanted to keep up with my day-to-day life and the stuff that I do, and if you wanted to be further knowledgeable about when I post a video, because I will always post it on social media whenever I post a video. So I have Twitter and Instagram, and that stuff should all be here. You saw it on the screen. Cool. So now I need to go and finish my coffee because I'm grumpy. So hope you guys enjoyed this week's reading vlog, maybe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.